Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. I'd like to say in the name of Allah, who came in the person of Master Prophet Muhammad, the true and living God, we forever thank him. Read up in our midst, the divine leader, teaching guide, the person of most honorable Elijah Muhammad. May the peace and blessings of Almighty God, Allah, ever be upon him. On his coming, excuse me. Thank Allah on his coming and giving us his last and greatest messenger, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. May the peace and blessings of Almighty God, Allah, ever be upon him. We know for surety as believers, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad is no longer with you and I in the physical form. That's being said, we must continue to stay focused because there's a lot of misunderstanding that's going around today on the life and death of our leading teacher, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. But as followers of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, it shouldn't be a problem with you and I, the believers, because we believe wholeheartedly on how he taught us and what he taught us. And there's no room, shouldn't even be an argument on our part, if you understand what I'm saying. We know for surety that he's no longer with us in the physical form. We know he's not coming back. And we thank Allah for his messenger, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, to give us an understanding of the teachings. So we should be grateful and thankful to have this knowledge that the most honorable Elijah Muhammad has given us. And the most honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us that we as believers, we must continue to strive hard in Allah's way and to make all sacrifices that we can to propagate the truth of what the most honorable Elijah Muhammad has taught us. We're very fortunate, brothers and sisters, to be followers of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, especially in this day and time, because there's a lot that's going on. And we as believers, we must remind ourselves that the duty of the civilized man is to teach civilization to the uncivilized. And this is our job. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us that Allah demands strict obedience to his law. 100% obedience to his law. So therefore, as believers, we have a lot of work to do on ourselves. We don't have time for pettiness, envy, jealousy, this kind of evil. 100% this, that, 100% he demands strict obedience to his law. Just think about that. How much time are we wasting to better ourselves? We have to be fit. That's all of us in the sight of Almighty God Allah. So whatever's in us, we have to pray Allah and ask him to bring it out of us. Whatever evil that's in us. Because we may not be ready yet. And the messenger taught us, in order for you to be a believer, you have to first love for your brother and sister that what you love for yourself. That's the first thing that we have to do as believers, becoming a believer. And we have a dark side on us. And it takes work, hard work. That's why we have our 5 prayers that we say each day. To ask Allah to strengthen us, protect us, and guide us from our shortcomings, because we all have them. None of us is perfect. None of us is perfect. So the messenger taught us that this is the last and final truth to be delivered to the world, the knowledge of God and the devils. So we have the knowledge of God and the devil. So now it's cleanup time to hang up the hang-ups, because we will not be successful if we don't rid ourselves of this pettiness and this foolishness, and to come together in unity on the same page and strive hard on Allah's way. Now we can say, you said, well, we working in unity. Well, if we're not on the same page, we're not in unity. If there's a disagreement, we're not in unity. So we have to look deeply into ourselves, because we know our shortcomings. You know them. You know your shortcomings. I most certainly know mine. But Allah blesses us if we take action and strive hard in that way to better ourselves, become good Muslims, strong Muslims, believing Muslims. And we have to go after the dead. Our lost found brothers and sisters. This is what it's about. We have to get this understanding. This is what it's about. We're not sitting around. The messenger taught us, we don't sit around and wait on the judgment. You can't sit around and wait on the judgment. We have to go get our people. We have to do the best that we can to be good Muslims, make ourselves fit in the eyesight of Almighty God, Allah. Because this is what it's about. You writing your book and I'm writing my book. Those who hereafter the power and authority of the white man's rule have been broken. The hereafter. This is what it's about. We're fighting in the hereafter, for the hereafter. We make all kind of sacrifices to be hereafter the power and authority of the white man's rule have been broken. And in a lot of places, they ditching him. They ditching him. So his rule is, it's broken in some places. They realize in some countries who the devil is. But yet our people here, they don't know who the devil is. They yet to understand who the devil is. Maybe some, but not all. 144,000 had the seal of the Lamb in their foreheads, the knowledge. So we have to understand, when the message say operation on the nation, that's what's happening. Not just here, the whole nation. The nation. So what I'm saying, we have to clean up and divide ourselves of the devil's habits. Of the devil's habits. Well, we might say, I'm already clean up. I'm already to clean myself of the devil's habits. Smoking, drinking, gambling, fornicating, committing adultery, lying, stealing, all these things, shacking up. That's some of the devil's habits. But if we go back and look what he did when they threw him out of heaven, he caused 6 months of problem, trouble, right in heaven. He caused 6 months. Turning one against another. Backbiting. That's a habit. That's evil. So we have to clean ourselves up from that. See, that's an evil. When we lying, that's an evil. That's a habit. The devil's habit. All that comes from the white man. He was the father of the lie. When Jesus told Nicodemus, what did he tell him? He's the father of the lie. Your father is a murderer. He's a liar. That's where we got it from. See? So he embedded all that in us and got us hating each other, fighting among each other, want to kill each other, hurting each other, slandering. That's an evil. When we slander each other, see, we have to love each other. That's the key. That's one of the keys, and that's the way Allah gonna bless us to be successful. We have to truly love each other, brotherly love, sister love. That's how it's gonna be. That's how it's got to go that way. If we don't do that, we won't make it. He'll kick us to the side, and then somebody will come in that will do it. This is how it is. So whatever evil that we have in our hearts, we have to become 100%. Allah demands 100% obedience to His law. So if He'll demands 100% obedience to His law, it could be done. He put nothing on you and I that we can't bear. But it's you and I who want to rid ourselves of this evil, of these evils. It takes work. You don't have time to play around. We have to, when they say that train, you have to be ready. We have to be ready, man. We saw some, give you an example of this here. It was on, we watched the news the other night. And I know maybe some of you probably heard that they talking about, how you be silenced, and they talking about the mother plane if you're overweight, and you won't be allowed to get on the plane. This science. But we started watching the news. They got this plane. They're taking a survey. The devils. And the ones overweight, they taking up space for the next one. This is a survey that's going on. So in other words, if you have to pay for two, because you have it, you're waiting. That plane it's in the air. It's going to hold so much weight. You can't just fly a plane. And if you load it down, you can't get it off the ground. So it's people the same way. People the same way. But anyway, I just want to throw that out to let us know that everything is real. Everything is real. So everything that we do to ourselves. But we can say, when we love our brothers and sisters, that's what we love for ourselves. We don't have no jealousy and envy in our hearts toward each other. Because what happens when we have this in our hearts toward one another, it dampens our progress. And it dampens the individual progress. The ones who have this evil in their hearts. Allah blocks us. We can't be successful like that. We have to have a genuine, true love for one another. This is what we have to have. We have to keep reminding ourselves. We must not become slumbers, doubters, or become impatient. Because when we become a slumber and doubters and become impatient, the Messenger taught us that the Spirit of Allah dies within us. And we become as those who know not Allah. So it's very important, brothers and sisters, that we be sincere and working hard in this truth. Because time is short. It's running out. And we have to better ourselves and pray to Allah to bless us to be strong and to work hard to do something to help get the dead, instead of fighting among ourselves, instead of loving for your brother that what you love for yourself. It's very important that we do this and teach our brothers and sisters good boy. Thank you very much. The wrong one. You know, we look around and we see what's happening today. The message of evil spreading far and wide. We can see that. And so this country is built upon corruption. And we see that. And it starts right at the top, at the White House. We see what's happening to this government. We see America's falling real fast. And we don't want to get caught up in this fog, because this is our day. This is the 7,000 year. This is our day. And we have to work. We have to, if we don't, you're going to get caught up. You can't serve two gods, God or the devil. You cannot serve two masters at the same time. So this is what's happening today. We have to really focus on our being, on our duty, on our job, and what we have to do. If we can concentrate on our job and our role, we'll be successful. Because I'm telling you, the time is right here. It's here. And it can fall any minute. See? But we have to be ready. See? We have to understand that Allah is God, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, the true and living God. And we have to understand and know this. And know this is our duty, and we're obligated. We're obligated to say our prayers and to worship and pray to Almighty God Allah. But we're obligated for our duty. We made a covenant. We made an agreement. When we signed our letter, we wrote that letter, we made an agreement with Almighty God Allah that we will work hard and sacrifice and do all that we can. But we can't do that unless we have to be 100% for real. That's what it's going to take. It's no more shucking and ducking. It has to be 100%. So we have to get it right, and we can get it right if that's what we want. If that's what we want. If we want to be truthful, and we want to be 100%, we can do that. See, if when we go to school and we get a test, we say it all the time. It's very simple in saying it. You say, yeah, okay, but when you get ready for a test, you prepare yourself. You know this is coming. You know you got a big exam coming. A big examination you're going to have to have coming. So you're going to have to study and prepare yourself for this exam. So when you go in front of whoever you're doing or whatever teacher, and you present your problem, and you present your problem, to take off the bow tie. Just keep slipping, I just take it on off. You present and write down your answers. Okay then, so now the teacher gonna see that you pass. Go check your score, your grade, and see is it passing. You might get 100, now say 80% on your score, but that's not passing with Allah. 80% don't pass. Master Farad Muhammad, 80% don't pass. Because if you check your problem and you go back, say you had to do it again, you see your mistakes that you made, you go back, you'll pass it. Because you realize and understand the mistakes that you made. If you told yourself, well, if I would have studied and practiced a little harder, been more consistent, been more for real for what I'm doing and accomplished with my goal, I could have passed this. I could have passed it if I just only would have studied just a little more harder. See? This is how it is when we go. Allah puts nothing on you and I that we can't bear. And you can say, if I didn't make an excuse, if I wasn't making all the excuses and things, if I would have went on and strive a little harder and could have put forth a little more effort than I did, I'd have been all right. You coming face to face with yourself. You telling yourself, and you know yourself, so if I had just went on and did like I should have done, if I wouldn't have made them excuses like I've been making, I'd have passed. See? If I wouldn't have been partying so much, put it like that. Like we used to do like we was in the dead world. When you was going to school and all that, you say to yourself, if I wouldn't have, I should have went on to sleep last. I shouldn't have stayed out so late last night. I could have passed my test if I'd have got me some rest. All this putting out, because everything we do, brothers and sisters, we do to ourselves. Everything, whether good or evil, we do to ourselves. See, Allah blesses us when we in accord, He blesses us. And when we're not, we bring chastisement upon ourselves. But when we say 100% obedience to His law, we might say, oh man, that's too hard. It's not. That's how it's going to be. That's why it has to be that way. All of us, 100%. Look at the messenger, Honorable Elijah Muhammad. He was a prime example of a believer, a 100%er, because he was always on his job. He never made an excuse. Never did he make an excuse for failure. Never did. If things didn't go right, he said, all praise is due to Allah. He pushed a little harder. And then he overcome it. How did he overcome it? Because he had the desire to be a winner. He had a desire to obey Allah, to push forth and complete what Allah is giving him this mission. He didn't make an excuse. He was sick. He was sick. But he didn't make an excuse. He kept going. He kept working. Thank you. He didn't make an excuse. He kept working. He kept working. He kept bettering himself. See? And that's inspiring. It should be to you and I. Because if we want to be 100%, we can. We can. What we have to do, though, we have to stop the jive. We have to get serious. And when we start getting serious, Allah blesses us. He blesses us. I mean, look at the messenger. He had failures. Allah tried him. He tries all of us. The messenger was but he was successful. He didn't let the failure stop it. He prayed due to Allah. Failures, when we learn from failures, we learn not to fail again. We failed one time, we learn not to fail again. We keep on, and what keeps us from falling and failing, we have to depend on Allah. He tries all of us. If you want to do good, if you want to, like I said about the examination that you have at school, you work hard, you really want to pass this. That test you got to pass. This is the test that we got to pass. We got to pass this test. He didn't say, he said 100%, not 99, he said 100%. That's right and exact. When the devil asked the messenger, he said 25 years, the messenger said 30 years. He said, the messenger, no, I didn't say 30 years, I said 20 or 25 years. I didn't say 30 years. He could have said, well, oh yeah, okay. But that wasn't it. He said 20 to 25 years. That's what I said. So when Allah said 100%, that's what he meant. He didn't mean 99 or 99 and a half. He said 100%. You might think it's passing. It might be passing in some other world, but not in this world. The message of Allah demands strict obedience to his law. And that's even so much the way we think. All of it is. If I think ill of you, or you think ill of me, and you wish ill of me, and wish my death, or wish some misfortune, or whatever you wish in your hearts, or we wish in our hearts against another believer, whatever it is, if it's a bad thought against that brother or sister, Allah gonna reverse it and put it on you. Why you say that? Because the messenger said so. Anything against the believer that you have in your heart, and mischief against the believer, I don't care what it is, Allah reverses and put it on you. He put that same evil, that same misfortune you wish, the same thing you wish on that brother or sister, he reverses it and he puts it on you. That's how it is. So, that's why I said back there, you got to be careful on how you think about the messenger and what you think about the messenger. If you think evil against the messenger, you're in trouble. Allah get you for that. There's a penalty for that. See? And there's a penalty for not trying to do that which is right. See? So this is what it coming down, brothers, is what I'm trying to say. It's coming down to cleanup time. Hearts. Sincerity. That's the only way we're going to make it. Sincere prayer gets you an answer. We have to be sincere when we go to Almighty God Allah. We just don't go through the motions. It's 12 o'clock. And you running on out. Oh, we say our prayers. We try to do something good. Follow it up with some goodness or something. It's just not prayer time and that's it. Now, prayer time, you run to the casino. Some of them say their prayer, run and say their prayer, and then as soon as they get their prayer, they run down their MGMs. We don't do that. These kind of things. It's a lot of work to be done. And this is our day. This is our day. See, this is our day. So what we got to do in our day, we have to work. It's about the lost found brothers and sisters out there. When Allah came 9,000 miles, he found one from among you and I that teach and guide us. That's the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And that's what he did. That's his sole purpose, was going after the 17 million dead. Lost found 17 million of our people at that time. That was his priority. It wasn't him, he coming here with a big old crown on his head and he's sitting back and riding around and they feeding him grapes and fanning him and all. No. He came to get our people out of this mud, out of this miserable condition that we was in. That was his objective. That's all that it was his objective. Nothing else. Teach you, to show you and me, to set us on the road for our success, not to force you, not to make you do it. That he did that. He did his job. And he did a good job. We're the ones that went back. He gave us the key. So this is what's happening. It's not about how big a house you got, how big a fine car you got, the clothes and all these. It's not about all that. It's getting the lost found, getting them to teach them the knowledge of God and the devil, teach them to help to do something for themselves, to go for ourselves, get some land, build, do things, work together, build. This is it. Raise our children, teach them. This is what it is. This is a government. This is a nation. See, America's falling. This is our day. We're in the 7,000 year. And we have to do something. We have to do something, because if not, Allah send somebody else in here and do it, it's going to get done. It's going to get done. But we're in our infancy. But that's okay. We got God on our side, though. But first of all, we got to come together as believers. We got to come together and be sincere in what we're doing. Because this is what it's about. It's sincerity, and this is nation time. See? We have to go to Allah and ask Him to strengthen us and bless us and help us to be strong, help us from our shortcomings and weaknesses. We all have them. Some of them probably got it worse than others. Weakness. We are weak. And we're subject to do anything without Allah's help and guidance. And we have to learn how to depend on Allah and trust in Allah and respect Him. We have to respect Allah. Even the way I thought. We can't think evil against each other. We can't think evil. Why are you thinking evil of me? Why should I think evil of you? Allah is not with us when our mind is in that kind of thing. See? We become hard-hardened, stiff-necked, and rebellious. This thing is for real, brothers and sisters. We got to hang up our hang-ups, all of us. We have to get serious, because it ain't no this kind of thing sincere. See? Sincere and loving to one another. You got to cut out that other stuff, because it's in us. And I go back to that 6 months when they kicked the devil, made problems and trouble right in heaven. Going telling one mother, hey, he said something against you, and he come around, they fighting and killing each other. King said, well, what's all these problems? He found it. They got rid of them, round them all up. And said some of them, he hid them. Some of my people still hid them. See? And we like that, we saw something like that this morning on the news. This Negro. See, he just loving Trump. Like the message said, love him. You love him all you want him. We know he the devil. See? Talking about the Constitution. Our people don't understand. The Constitution, when it was written for white people, by white people. Our people were slaves. Wasn't for you. This not our flag. It don't belong to you and I. Not this don't belong to us. Nothing in this civilization. This is the white man's civilization. This is what flies over the white man's civilization. That's our flag, the crescent there. That's the flag that the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us belonged to us. See? Not this thing here. And all that this does under this thing. You got all kind of stuff under this thing. It makes us corrupt. This whole nation is built upon corruption. Their forefathers, George Washington, he was a thief. They say he was a thief. George Washington. What are they talking about? Father, I should not tell a lie. He lied all through. Killed everything up. Who chopped the cherry tree down? Father, I should not tell a lie. You don't lie then. See? Told a lie then. These kind of things. So our people, you see how condition that they're in. We were like that one time. Before the coming of Almighty God, Allah, and raised up the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the Constitution. First thing they holler, the Constitution. Not even for them. No Constitution for us. Look what we got nothing. If it don't be for Allah, where would we be at? If it wasn't the message, where would we be at? See? We have to be grateful, thankful, and grateful. See, we walk around here like he's supposed to did that. He's supposed to came and raised the message. He didn't have to do that. Allah didn't have to do that. He spared us. He loved us. See? And he found one from among you and I to teach and guide us that loved us more than we loved ourselves. He did it. Honorable Elijah Muhammad loved us more than we loved our foolish selves. Our hard-headed, stiff-necked, and rebellious selves, he loved us more than we loved ourselves. He put up with all this nonsense. For 44 years, he put up with it. Day in and day out, crying because we're not man and woman enough to show our responsibility after we have the knowledge of God and the devil. We still making excuses. This man worked 44 years. He listened to this daily. The complaints daily. The dislove and disunity daily. Until death took him. But he stayed on his post though, didn't he? What if he didn't stay on his post? What if he'd have walked away? Like all so-called leaders walked away, took a little bribe. Not the messenger. No, not the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. He suffered right along with you and I. That's right. He always had us in his thoughts. He always thought about you and I. See? He always said to the labor, how are my followers? How are the believers doing? Are they okay? He did this. He didn't fatten his pocket, he fattened our pockets. That's the leading teacher that we had, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Never did he deviate. Take a bribe, none of that. See? That's why he was the last and greatest messenger. That's right. That's why he was the last and greatest messenger. of them all. Allah chose the right one. He knew exactly what he was doing. He chose the right one. Now, we have to show our appreciation, our gratitude, our thankfulness to Allah for raising us and giving us the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. How do we do that? By being obedient, by working hard, pushing this program the best that we can do, instead of fussing and fighting among each other. The messenger that gave us the truth, we got the truth. It's whether you want to hang up them hang-ups. We got a lot of hang-ups around here. We want to be big bosses everywhere. Want to be the big boss over all. No. We all in this together. You ain't no better than he. The messenger said, your foot don't go down in the earth. Like, you ain't no better than me. See? These kind, I'm no better than you. This is the thing. It's no importance among the laborers. And there's no importance among the believers. You ain't no better than this brother and sister. Because you got a nice car there, you ain't no better than he. You get a big nice home, you ain't no better than the one, he's still a believer. They had the beggar got out, didn't they? They tell you about the beggars. Eating rags. Look at Saul, good example. Allah chose Saul, didn't he? You see in the rich man, they said, well, he ain't got nothing. Yeah, he do. He got the belief. Allah chose him. That's going to be the one, Saul. He had nothing. Just a ragged, just a little brother. But Allah chose, look at the messenger. He had nothing. Worked the brickyard. He had nothing. Allah chose him though. Against all the other guys. All the knowledgeable fellows. And I said, okay, y'all had y'all chance, now I'm going to choose one. Yeah, you come here. He chose the right one, didn't he? He did. He chose the right one. Well, I know what he's doing. See, we doing a good job. Believe me when I tell you, we're doing a good job with what we have. Allah's truly blessing us. We have a website. The brothers and sisters getting understandings. Things that they had a misunderstanding before, they understand, got a better understanding now. Who's the credit? The messenger. How much website? Yeah, but it's the messenger's word. That's what it is. It's the messenger's word, not my word, not our word. It's his word. And they're civilized and savage. Islam. So we get credit where credit due. Allah blesses us. I thank Allah that we're able to do this with his help. He make us all great. All of us is great. We writing our own book. We writing history. I'm telling you now. We making history. If we don't live to see it, they will know us. They know we was part of them trailblazers. They know that we worked hard. We died Muslims. Fighters in the cause under the guidance and leadership of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Not hypocrites. They're going to know the hypocrites too. We got the hypocrites. We know the hypocrites. We know Malcolm, all the hypocrites. We know that. The messenger said, we know that. We know all the hypocrites. We know a hypocrite when we see one. One who say they believe and then disbelieve. You don't have to go no further. That's what the messenger said. You taught us that. And we know that's the fact. So I ain't got to argue with you about he's a hypocrite. We know a hypocrite. If he ain't teaching what the messenger taught and he say he followed him, and now he don't, well, he's a hypocrite. I don't care what come out of his mouth. See? So we're very fortunate, brothers and sisters. And the thing, when you can come together, I'll tell you something. Back in the day, I'll tell you. We had lieutenants. 13 of us. Captain Muhammad always stressed, love your brother. Love your brother. If you can't do that, you're going to blow up in here. We had got a brother, it was a brotherly love. I mean, I'm telling you. It was a thing that you can feel it. Because when we're around each other, we want to do what's right. We had that thing that We all was on the same page. We all working for the common goal. Same thing. We all lieutenants, we thinking the same thing. Get them papers, get them dead, get them lost pounds. We all thought like that. And it was a love, you can feel it. It's like when you go somewhere and you feel uneasy. That's something telling you something ain't right there. That's that sense, you pick that up. It's like, look, I learned, little babies. You pick them up, they kick. They uneasy with you. They don't want to be bothered with you. You holding them, but they may not. They just don't want to be bothered with you. But getting back to their mama, give them to their brother, something, they feel a little ease. But you go get them. Oh man, they be kicking. I don't want to be bothered with you. I had to learn that. What's wrong? Put me down. That's what's wrong. Put me down. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Just put me down. I don't want to be bothered with you. Just kicking them. What's happening? Give somebody else just a nice and look at you. See? Don't tell you ought to reach for them. So these are the kind of things that we get just one of these senses. So we get there and we had a true love for we had a love for each other. I'm telling you, we had a love for each other. What happened there? We had a love for each other. And Captain, he always stressed that because he know that if we didn't love each other, we couldn't get it done. We had to have genuine. If one link, the chain, just one, it's going to cause some problems. Yeah. We're not going to have that love and unity and that workship together, that workness, closeness. You got to be close. We have to be close in this work. All of us have to be close because where it starts? It starts here. Yeah, it starts right here. Right here in our temple, that's where it starts. If we're going to be successful, it starts right here. Love for the brotherhood. Love for the sisterhood. That's how that goes. And we don't care if whatever we got or whatever we have in our heart, if it don't go your way or don't go my way, hey, that ain't taking nothing from the brotherhood. It ain't taking nothing from the sisterhood. See? But the thing is, it's got to have the love for one another, man. We got to love each other. There can't be no jive. All this stuff that we have in us, we have to pray to our Lord and ask Him and bless Him to get it out of us. And if that's what you want, if you really can truly want it out of you, He'll get you out of you. You'll be successful. You'll overcome it. We all have them. We all have trials, the thing that we going through. But our Lord's a God. He's well able to make us better. Look how far you had come. Look how we have come. He's making us better as we go along. The more we ask Him and trust Him and ask Him to strengthen us, He do it. But we have to put an effort on our part to rid ourselves of these shortcomings. It's not going to just go away. No, you got to work at it. No, just pray and then it's just going to go away. No, it ain't like that. That's spooky. No. If you think you pray and it's just going to fly away from you, no. You pray, you're going to have to work on it. You do something, you have to, You think a bad thought, let me think of something else. You got to work on it. Because they're going to come. You're going to come. One asked me once, man, you don't even think about it? I used to be smoking that dope. You don't even think about it? No, it don't come across my mind. I said, if it come across my mind, something wrong with me. No. No dope be come across my mind using no dope. No, it don't cross my mind. No, I know. Don't come across my mind a little strong on that end. Try the next one. What's the next problem you got? Let me work on that. I ain't worried about that. Let me work on this. That's bygone. That's like you in the ground. Ain't since you worrying about that. They in the ground. Ain't worried about that. Work on something else. So whatever shortcomings we have, work on it. But we have them. I don't say we don't have them. Now we have them. We might have a thing. You might be, you might be what you call it, hard-hearted, stubbornness. Might be real stubborn. You have to pray. You know if you're stubborn or not. I know I come up a long way. Got a little more problem. But I come a long way. A lot of things, I come a long way. I know I ask Allah, how come? Because I know how sometimes you have to sit back, you have to go over yourself. See, the stubbornness and all that, you got to go over yourself and because it ain't all circling around you. We have good ideas. It might be good, that's okay. But not right now. We have to be able to accept that. See, some of us, I tell you, I had a long, I tell you, I know somebody can tell you. I used to be stubborn. I know I come a long way. I thank Allah. See, I thank Allah. Maybe it's you too. I thank Allah. Came to the person Master Prophet Muhammad. See, and once we understand that we don't know it all, that's how it can help you. First of all, you got to admit that you're stubborn. That we are. Don't you know that's the first step in recovery? In any kind of addiction, a dope fiend, you got to first admit that you are a dope fiend for the cure on your way to road to be cured. Because if you a dope fiend and you smoking dope and all that, and you don't believe in saying you not, you ain't gonna get no help. You can't help yourself. You're already a dope fiend. You just gotta admit it. Oh man, I can handle it. You can't handle that. You ain't handling it now. You still doing it. So what you have to do, you have to admit to yourself, say this is it. Take it to Allah. I did it. I ain't had no problem. Never had no problem with it now. I ain't had no problem with that. See, you won't have a problem with nothing if you take it to Allah. But you have to be sincere in that you want to clean up. So when we first came into the nation, we wanted to clean up. We were tired of the way life that we was living. We were tired of doing the things that we was doing. So likewise in the nation. It just don't stop. Something else comes. It carries on. You still can do them things. It ain't away from you. You're locked up in a cage over there. You still can go back and do them things if you don't do what you're supposed to do. You fall right back over there. Right back in that world. Because what? You refuse to pray. You refuse to participate. Just being a Muslim, you just can't sit back and don't do nothing. You gotta work. You gotta do something. You can't just sit and say, I believe, and stay home. Tell me I believe. You believe in what? This is a working religion. You sit home watching TV or whatever you're doing. Eating bean soup and steak. Letting the man help himself. That's bean soup and steak liver. But that's good. You home giving praise and thanks. Ain't took a foot in it. Ain't lift up nothing. But you giving praise and thanks. For what? We ain't doing nothing. Nothing from nothing, leave nothing. See, these kind of things, brother, we have to work. We have to put back action. We have to give back to the religion. The good that it put in you and I. We have to give it back. We have to work. We have to work together. We have to do all that we can do. We just can't say we all praise due to Allah. Yeah, assalamu alaikum. Then you go home and you get in the bed. Do that. Messi never did that. When he was sick, he said, I got it to you, didn't he? He couldn't hardly talk. He was choked up with bronchitis. Couldn't hardly talk. He said, but I got the secretary. I got it to you, didn't he? He sure did. He didn't make no excuse. I told her, get a hungnail in your toe, and we can't walk. We can't come to the temple. Because what? My foot hurt. What happened? I got a hangnail down on my toe, and I can't walk. Any kind of thing, man, all kind of excuses. But we know what's happening. But that's okay. You be on the outside looking in. Because this thing is going to go. It's going to roll. A man told me, I tell you this. He said, okay, you can sit down, hold back, don't want to work, do all you can do. But he said, but when they come in, they're going to get the post. Don't get jealous now. Get jealous. Oh, they coming. They're coming. Don't be talking about what can I do. No, do what you've been doing. Go home. What the Holy Quran tell them? You was laid at home, not gone back. You waited, now we wait. You going back home where you was. See? They didn't want to take the journey. See, too hot for them. They didn't want to take the journey. They laid back. But when they came successful, here they come. No, what can I? No. You was at home, gone back. Come on over here, brother. Come on here, sister. No, you go. What can I do? Do what you've been doing. What's that? At home. We call you when you need. Go on, continue to sleep. Continue to make excuses. That's how it is. I'm telling you. And it happened. I saw this with my own eyes. I saw it with my own eyes. They came in. Got the post too. Now they mad. Like somebody did something to them. They're all scattered. All scattered. Won't do the work. Do the work while you could do it. Because it will be a time that you wish you had done it. When you say, whoa, I wish I'd have went with the message. That's doing his work, helping his work. That's what we're saying. That's what it's saying. Not the ones that sitting back and held back. Whoa, I wish I'd have went with the message. How you gonna go with the message? By doing his work. Help doing his work. Help raising the dead. You're with the message then. That's what we are. We with the message because we help raising the dead. See? We have to really, in my conclusion, we have to really ask ourselves, we're not here without aim or purpose. Ask yourself, what am I here for? Go over yourself. Say, what am I here for? What reason am I here for? What am I doing here? Yeah, what are you doing? What are you supposed to be doing? What am I supposed to be doing? Just come to the temple every Sunday? Just come in there? No. It's supposed to work together. Brothers and sisters. Sisters do their part, brothers do their part. And then we come together in unity, and we're going to be successful. And we are successful. See? But we can have these attitudes. These attitudes that dampers our progress and kill your spirit. That's what attitudes do. We come to the temple, you should be high in spirit. Good in spirit. Meet your brother, salam alaikum, brother, and mean it. Salam alaikum, sister, and mean it. Not know just to be seen by men. Just to say it. No. When we say and give a brother or sister greeting, we wish you peace. You understand what I'm saying? We wish you peace. Not just saying it, but we wish peace for you. And hope you wish peace for me. Because I most certainly wish peace for you. And I want peace myself. But if I can't get peace from you, I know I can get it from Allah. You can call on Allah. I get peace. See? Doing this work, you get peace. Doing this work and helping. What more satisfaction do you want? Do we want? This is a working religion. It's a doing religion. It's not something just sit. We have to work. We have to always try to be doing something, getting the lost found, and always be trying to better ourselves. Because we're going to have to be made fit, brothers and sisters. Ain't no joke when he said, Allah said 100%. He meant exactly what he said. And we walk around here with these attitudes and these evil way of thinking and thoughts on each other, you won't make it. You're going to have to clean all that up. See, you're going to have to. Ain't no John, I'm talking about myself too. Ain't all of us. You clean all this fakeness up. All this stuff going to have to be stopped. Because if you don't, Allah going to kick you by the waistline. You're going to make it manifest. You're going to stick out like a sore thumb. Always pouting. Like we eat sour pickle. Always with a mean look on your face. And that other one, that conniving. That real conniving. Can we see a commercial like that? Yeah. Guy got a brand new car. The other guy, he couldn't stand it. So he said something to, hey, he mumbled on his vet. You think you something. One of them kind. Snake of the grafted type. That you go by and bite you. Rattlesnake, at least he'll warn you. The snake of the grafted type, he let you walk right on by and then yank, he got you. These kind of things. So we're very fortunate to be following our Elijah Muhammad. We have to have love for one another. See? I want you to love me. So I'm going to love you. See? According to how you love me. I'm going to tell you. See? The message says you don't stand and let the wolf help himself. If I ever did to see, one thing I say, if you have never did something to a person, my daddy-in-law, he said, if you haven't did anything to a person, and you know you hadn't did nothing to them, and they always coming up with something, he said, ain't nothing but jealousy, and ain't nothing you can do about it. But he said, ain't nothing but, if I hadn't did anything to you, why you like this to me? And if you haven't did anything to me, why am I like that to you? It ain't nothing but jealousy and envy. And then it leads up to what? Murder. Cain was jealous of Abel. Then murder set in, and he did kill him. It starts off small. Pettiness. Then it gets wider. It gets wider. It gets broader. Then your thinking gets more dangerous. And then you start doing all kinds of things, deceitful things. But see, you fail to realize, Allah sees. Allah sees. That's the one. You can talk all that you want to talk. I'm the man and looking through the glass. Allah is the man looking through the glass. You can talk all you want to. I can talk all I want to, but Allah sees it. Allah gonna be the judge. And he's the right judge. See? Let me say this in my conclusion here. I've said it once before. We ever had a church shooting. This church in Texas. See, they killed a shooter. A lot of people was injured. See? Maybe they checked. Maybe it might have been different. I don't know. They laugh at us by checking. See, like bringing a gun. People, he might have had a gun and walked on in the church. Nobody checked him. Left it up to Jesus. See? Jesus don't mean justice. No, we leave it up to ourselves. Help of Allah. He said, messenger, check them. Yeah. Check all of them. Come in here. Little girls, babies, check them all. They might put a gun in the baby's purse or whatever. Check them. Check them good, too. See? Shout up the church. That's something. Shout up the church. Kill the gunman, no. But look at all other people. See? These kind of things. So we're very blessed, brothers and sisters. Very blessed. And we got Brother Muti Kabir. He sends the greetings, salam alaikum, to all the believers. And Brother Salim Bey, the Mother Michael Shabbat, Minister Michael Shabbat from Gary, Indiana. He sent the greetings about salam alaikum also. He's beginning. And Sister Miriam Jana, Sister Jana. Oh, okay. That's the one you, Sister Jana. Yeah. Yeah. She sent the greetings also, salam alaikum, to all of us. So that's it, brother and sister. I thank you for coming. May Allah keep you and bless you. Assalamu alaikum. Praise be to Allah. I had trouble with this tie today, didn't I? Trouble with this tie. How's your brother? How's your brother? Oh, okay. Oh, Brother Rockman and Sister Shakila, Rafiq family, they sent the greatest too. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Brother and sister, rise for prayer. In the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful, all praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the beneficent, the merciful. So, Master's Day of Judgment in which we now live, Thee alone do we serve, and Thee alone beseech for Thine help and aid. O Allah, guide us on the right path, path of those upon whom Thou bestow Thy favors, not on the path of those upon whom Thy wrath is brought down, nor those who go astray if they heard Thy teachings. Say He, Allah is one God. Allah is He of whom nothing is independent, but upon whom we all depend. He begetteth not, nor is He begotten, there is none like Him. And I bear witness none deserve to be served, worship, to praise beside Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. And I bear witness that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, that true servant and last apostle. Ameen. Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us not to do anything to anyone. We wouldn't have done it to ourselves, to treat everybody right, even the devil. Assalamu alaikum.
Yes, so let me say, Brother Mustafa, Ali and Sister Sharif from
Cleveland.
Yeah, they sent the greetings. Assalamu alaikum too. I don't forget to tell you. say your father?